As Aiden and his companions continued their quest, the weight of their journey and the responsibility that came with wielding the sword of destiny weighed heavily on his heart. Despite the approval of the Guardian and the unwavering support of his friends, Aiden found himself facing internal conflicts, questioning his own abilities and worthiness to fulfill the prophecy. In the stillness of the night, as the campfire crackled and the stars danced in the sky above, Aiden would often find himself lost in thought. Doubt would creep into his mind like a haunting melody, playing on the strings of his insecurities. Amidst the trials and tribulations, Aiden had seen the true power of the sword of destiny and the incredible potential it held to bring both light and darkness. He worried that he might not be strong enough to resist the allure of its power or to wield it responsibly. The melody of his self-doubt seemed to clash with the rhythm of the prophecy, leaving him feeling like an out-of-tune instrument in the grand symphony of destiny. He felt unworthy of the title of Chosen One, unsure if he truly possessed the qualities needed to fulfill the prophecy and bring harmony to the kingdom. Aiden's internal struggle affected not only his confidence but also his interactions with his companions. He found himself withdrawing at times, questioning if he was leading them down the right path or if he was merely a conductor of a chaotic symphony. One night, as he stared into the reflection of the sword of destiny's blade, Aiden confided in Talia, revealing the cacophony of emotions that plagued his soul. "I fear that I am not strong enough, Talia," he admitted, his voice tinged with vulnerability. "What if I fail? What if I cannot bring the harmony that Ardonia needs?" Talia placed a comforting hand on his shoulder, her healing melodies intertwining with his own troubled rhythm. "Aiden, doubt is a part of every hero's journey," she said gently. "It shows that you are humble and aware of the weight of your task. But remember, you are not alone in this symphony. We are here to support you, and you have already shown great strength in overcoming every challenge so far." Her words struck a chord within Aiden's heart. He realized that his internal conflicts were not a sign of weakness but a testament to his humanity. It was his vulnerability and the acknowledgement of his limitations that made him more connected to his companions and the people of Ardonia. With renewed determination, Aiden faced his doubts head-on, embracing the rhythm of self-discovery and growth. Each step of the journey became an opportunity to learn, to harmonize the melody of his soul with the rhythm of the prophecy. As they faced new trials and encountered mythical creatures, Aiden discovered that his companions were not only allies in the quest but also mirrors that reflected his true strength. Kale's connection to nature taught him to find balance within himself, Jinx's adaptability showed him the importance of embracing change, and Talia's compassion reminded him of the power of empathy. In moments of uncertainty, the companions would gather around the campfire, sharing their own vulnerabilities and fears. The rhythm of their camaraderie created a chorus of encouragement and support, harmonizing their hearts and minds. With the guidance of his companions and the wisdom of the Guardian's approval, Aiden's internal conflicts gradually transformed into a harmonious symphony of courage and self-belief. He learned to embrace both the highs and lows of his journey, understanding that it was the entire melody, not just the soaring crescendos, that made him the chosen one. As they approached the final movement of their quest, Aiden no longer questioned his worthiness or abilities. The rhythm of his heart was now in sync with the purpose of the prophecy, and he knew that, like any true symphony, the beauty lay not just in the perfection but in the imperfections that made it uniquely human. With the sword of destiny in his grasp and the support of his companions by his side, Aiden faced the grand crescendo of his destiny, ready to embrace whatever melodies fate had yet to reveal. He had discovered that the true power of the sword of destiny was not just in the celestial energy it held, but in the harmony it inspired within those who wielded it for the greater good. And so, with courage in his heart and the rhythm of his soul guiding him, he stepped into the final symphony of his grand adventure, ready to create a melody of hope and unity that would resonate throughout the kingdom of Ardonia. As the journey continued, Aiden found moments of respite amidst the challenges, allowing him to delve into introspection and self-discovery. Amidst the quiet nights and the melodies of the wilderness, he began to confront the doubts that had once clouded his mind. Sitting by the campfire one evening, Aiden closed his eyes and listened to the rhythm of the crackling flames. He felt the gentle pulse of his own heartbeat and allowed his mind to drift into the depths of his soul. In the stillness, memories of the journey and the moments of doubt surfaced like echoes in his mind. But this time, Aiden approached them with a newfound curiosity rather than fear. He observed each doubt as if it were a note in a symphony, recognizing its place in the composition of his journey. "I am the chosen one," he whispered to himself, feeling the words resonate within him. "But being chosen doesn't mean I am free from doubt or struggle. It means I have the opportunity to rise above them, to learn and grow from them." With each realization, Aiden's heart seemed to harmonize with the rhythm of acceptance. He understood that being human meant experiencing doubt and vulnerability, but it was in acknowledging and embracing those aspects that true strength lay. As he opened his eyes, Aiden saw his companions around the campfire, each with their own rhythms of introspection. He realized that they, too, had faced their doubts and fears along the journey, yet they had continued to stand beside him with unwavering support. Kale's quiet wisdom, Jinx's light-hearted resilience, and Talia's empathetic guidance, all these companions had enriched his journey and had shown him that their unity was a symphony of strength, where their different rhythms complemented each other like musical instruments in perfect harmony. With each trial they had faced and every melody they had embraced, Aiden had discovered a new layer of his own rhythm, a rhythm that was uniquely his, yet entwined with the rhythms of those around him. In moments of introspection, Aiden also recognized that being the chosen one did not mean he had to bear the weight of destiny alone. The prophecy, the sword of destiny, and the journey itself were not merely about him but about the greater good of Ardonia and the harmony of its people. Embracing this realization, Aiden felt a newfound sense of purpose. He understood that destiny was not a fixed path, but rather a symphony in which he played a part. And just as each note in a symphony contributed to the whole, so did his actions contribute to the greater harmony of the kingdom. As the final movement of their quest approached, Aiden no longer saw himself as an individual trying to fulfill a prophecy. Instead, he recognized that his destiny was intertwined with that of his companions and the people of Ardonia. With their support and his own self-discovery, Aiden had come to embody the harmony and courage needed to wield the sword of destiny responsibly. He knew that the power of the sword was not in its celestial glow, but in the intentions and actions of the one who wielded it. As the companions stood together, facing the grand crescendo of their journey, Aiden's heart beat in sync with the rhythm of the prophecy. Doubts had transformed into a melody of understanding, and he had gained a deeper appreciation for the intricacies of destiny. With courage and unity, they stepped into the final symphony of their grand adventure, ready to face whatever melodies fate had yet to reveal. Aiden had discovered that the true power of destiny lay not in grand gestures, but in the small harmonies of compassion, courage, and self-discovery that resonated within every heart. And so, with the rhythm of his soul guiding him, he embraced the beauty of his destiny, ready to create a melody of hope and unity that would echo throughout the kingdom of Ardonia. As the companions neared the climax of their journey, a palpable tension filled the air. Whispers of a malevolent force seeking the sword of destiny for nefarious purposes had reached their ears, leaving them with a sense of urgency and determination to protect the kingdom from harm. The malevolent force, known as the Shadow Lord, was a dark sorcerer whose heart had been consumed by the thirst for power. He sought the sword of destiny not to bring harmony but to wield its celestial energy as a weapon of domination and control. Aiden and his companions knew that they had to confront the Shadow Lord before he could lay his hands on the sword. As they entered the heart of the Shadow's domain, the atmosphere grew heavy with darkness, and the rhythmic energy of malevolence seemed to permeate the very air they breathed. The Shadow Lord emerged from the shadows, his eyes gleaming with malevolent intent.
"Ah!"
The Chosen One and his motley crew of companions, he sneered, his voice a chilling melody. "You think you can stand in the way of my destiny? I will harness the power of the sword of destiny, and none shall defy me." Aiden's heart pounded with a mix of fear and determination, but he remembered the harmony that bound him to his companions, the rhythm of unity that had carried them through every trial. He knew that together, they were stronger than any darkness that the Shadow Lord could conjure. The confrontation with the Shadow Lord became a symphony of light and darkness, a clash of malevolence and benevolence. Each strike of the sorcerer's dark magic was met with the companion's harmonious resistance. Kale's connection to nature provided a shield against the malevolence, as if the rhythms of the earth repelled the shadows. Jinx's nimble movements allowed her to evade the sorcerer's attacks, dancing with agility amidst the darkness. Talia's healing melodies countered the malevolence, restoring hope and courage to her companions. As Aiden faced the Shadow Lord head-on, his heart beat in sync with the melody of righteousness. With each strike of the sword, he channeled the courage and determination he had gained from his journey, knowing that the true power of the Sword of Destiny was not in its blade but in the intentions of its wielder. The Shadow Lord's malevolence seemed to surge with each failed attempt to claim the sword's power, but Aiden and his companions remained steadfast in their resolve. They had learned that true power lay not in domination but in the harmony that came from working together for the greater good. As the battle raged on, the Shadow Lord's malevolent force began to wane. His darkness could not withstand the harmonious light that Aiden and his companions emanated. In a final crescendo, Aiden struck the decisive blow, disarming the Shadow Lord of his malevolent intentions. The sorcerer's malevolence crumbled, and he was left powerless, his darkness fading into the echoes of the past. As the Shadow Lord's malevolence dissipated, a sense of peace and harmony settled over the land. Aiden and his companions stood together, their spirits intertwined in a symphony of victory. They had faced the malevolent force and triumphed not with force but with the power of unity and righteousness. With the Sword of Destiny still in Aiden's hands, the companions knew that their journey was not over. There would always be new melodies to face and challenges to overcome. But they also understood that as long as their hearts beat in harmony and they remained united in their purpose, they would always stand against malevolence and darkness. And so, with courage and harmony guiding them, Aiden and his companions continued their journey, ready to face whatever melodies fate had yet to reveal. The malevolent force had been defeated, but their symphony of courage and unity had only just begun, resonating throughout the kingdom of Ardonia like a triumphant melody of hope and harmony. As Aiden and his companions pressed onward, the climax of their journey drew near, and a sense of anticipation filled the air. They knew that their final confrontation with the malevolent force was approaching, a battle that would test not only their physical strength but also the harmony of their spirits. As they reached the Shadow Lord's fortress, the rhythmic clash of darkness and light intensified. The fortress stood like a dark monolith against the horizon, exuding an ominous aura that seemed to challenge their very resolve. Aiden felt the weight of responsibility resting on his shoulders as he tightened his grip on the hilt of the Sword of Destiny. He knew that this battle was not just about defeating the Shadow Lord but about protecting the kingdom and upholding the harmony that their journey had come to represent. The moment had come to face the malevolent force head-on, and Aiden's heart pounded with a mix of courage and trepidation. He glanced at his companions, finding strength in the harmony that united them. Together, they stepped into the shadowy fortress, their spirits a symphony of determination and unity. As they ventured deeper into the fortress, the darkness seemed to envelop them like a haunting melody. The Shadow Lord's malevolent presence could be felt all around, and the rhythmic pulsations of malevolence challenged the rhythm of their own resolve. In the heart of the fortress, the final confrontation awaited. The Shadow Lord emerged from the shadows, his malevolent energy crackling like a discordant melody. "You dare challenge me," he snarled, his eyes burning with anger and arrogance. "Your harmony is nothing compared to the power I wield." Aiden's heart remained steady as he faced the sorcerer. He understood that true strength did not come from overpowering others but from staying true to one's convictions and standing against malevolence. The battle erupted into a symphony of light and darkness. The Shadow Lord unleashed torrents of malevolent energy, seeking to overwhelm the companions with his dark melodies. But Aiden and his companions moved in harmony, evading the shadows with grace and determination. With each strike of the Sword of Destiny, Aiden channeled the harmonious power within him, pushing back against the malevolence. Kale's connection to nature intertwined with Aiden's energy, creating a symphony of protection against the dark forces. Jinx's nimble movements allowed her to dart through the shadows, countering the malevolence with her agility. Talia's healing melodies mended the wounds inflicted by the darkness, their soothing rhythms renewing the companions' spirits. The battle was a crescendo of willpower and unity, each companion adding their unique melody to the symphony of resistance. As the Shadow Lord's malevolence surged, Aiden found himself drawing strength from the harmony of his companions and the courage he had cultivated throughout their journey. With a powerful strike, Aiden managed to disarm the Shadow Lord, causing his malevolent energy to wane. The sorcerer's arrogance crumbled, and he realized that true power was not found in malevolence but in the harmony of righteousness. In a final climactic moment, the Shadow Lord's darkness dissipated, leaving him defeated and powerless. Aiden and his companions stood together, their spirits entwined in a symphony of triumph. They had faced the malevolent force and emerged victorious, not with force but with the strength of unity and righteousness. As the echoes of the battle faded, a sense of peace settled over the fortress and the kingdom of Ardonia. The malevolent force had been vanquished, and harmony had triumphed over darkness. With the Sword of Destiny in Aiden's hands, he understood that their journey was far from over. The kingdom still needed protection, and new melodies of challenges and adventures awaited them. But with their newfound strength and unity, Aiden and his companions were ready to face whatever melodies fate had yet to reveal. The climactic battle had tested their resolve, but it had also shown them the true power of harmony, the power to stand against malevolence and darkness, and to create a symphony of hope and unity that resonated throughout the kingdom of Ardonia. And so, with courage and harmony guiding them, they stepped into the next movement of their grand adventure, ready to face whatever crescendos and cadences awaited them in the symphony of life.